Hello, good morning everyone. So, tumataba na ako. Oh my goodness. Hi everyone. So, time check, it's 7 o'clock. I am actually on my annual leave, but I'm doing something that will augment my income in a way that is not very stressful. So I will reveal that to you. This is actually the secret life of JQKRN. But for now, I have to run to catch my bus, go to McDonald's to buy my breakfast, and I'll see you later. Where's my latte? I'm here at McDonald's waiting for my order. Hopefully it comes quick. So I usually go here to buy my breakfast before I board the bus so I can eat the breakfast on my way. Ito na yung McDonald's. Ito na yung McDonald's. This is the last day before lockdown, by the way. So oh my god, I missed my bus. So I have to wait 7 minutes now. Okay. Yeah, this is life in London. You have to run to catch your bus. So hintay-hintay na lang muna tayo. We need to wait 7 minutes for the next bus that goes to central London. Whew. But anyway, that's fine. Having McDonald's here.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I'm finally here. I'm in the bus now. And actually I'm not late yet because I put like 10-15 minutes like a leeway time for my estimated arrival. So I will arrive just exactly on time at King's Cross. Okay, so I'm here now at the King's Cross area. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to collect my things from the office, and then I will go to the company where I will do my... But before that, if this is your first time to my channel and you like my content, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and keep your notification bell on so that you will be notified of my future videos just like this. So now I've collected my stuff. I'm gonna take the bus now to the company and I will be there in 15 minutes.
15 minutes later.
So I'm here now in the company where I am going to do my work today, and I am going to finally reveal to you what the secret life of JQKRN is. Are you ready, guys? And the secret life of JQKRN is, drumroll please, giving flu vaccinations during this flu season. Okay, so this is my setup. You've got your gloves, of course. The company I'm working with provided me with this sterile gloves, but you don't really need sterile gloves. You can have just the normal clean gloves. I've got my cleanal wipes, which I use to disinfect all surfaces before I put anything on this table. You've got your hand hygiene gel, of course the sharps box. You've got the alcohol wipes, is a pre-injection alcohol wipes. You've got your hypoallergenic and latex free tape to cover the injection site. I've got, of course, the vaccine, got the cotton balls, and just behind that I've got the vaccine which we are using for this year for flu season 2020 to 2021. And this is my vaccination setup. Okay, so how does a typical vaccination day go? So at the start of the day, you are given a list of patients. You can have as little as 10 patients or 100 patients. The highest number I've had to do is 300 patients in my previous vaccination day, so that can be a bit tiring as well. Each patient will have 3 minutes each for the whole process of, gaining their consent, having them sign the consent, asking for any allergies, any previous vaccinations, any questions that they have, and to the actual injection of the vaccine itself. So you only have 3 minutes to do that. No problem. Okay, so let's talk about the advantages of this job. Number one is that it is not as busy as my usual ward or clinical work, which is in the acute setting. So there's no patients calling for your help every 5 minutes, no visitors, raising up complaints to you, there is no washing, you don't have to run after patients who are confused, things like that. So it's definitely more relaxed than my usual job. I mean, if I'm gonna have a side job anyway, it might as well be something that is not as stressful as my regular job. Another main advantage for me is that some companies give you food for free. So you can have pastry, you can have unlimited coffee, tea. Some companies even give you main meal, which is lunch. And I don't know if you have been following my Instagram or Facebook. I've posted some photos of some lovely, lovely food which I would otherwise not buy because they're quite expensive, but I got to try them because of this job. So I'll put the picture here and here. So that's one of the major advantages. Another advantage would be is that you meet loads of different people from different backgrounds, culture, different languages. So it enriches your experience of the cultural diversity here in London. You can also have the chance to meet like big bosses and CEOs, and if they like you, you can build good rapport and possibly they can recruit you. That's one of the possibilities. Or if you're still single, you can also find, perhaps the one for you. So yeah, you never know, that can happen. Another main plus is actually the rate of this job is bigger than if you were working in an acute setting, even though it is less stressful. Also, your travel expenses are all reimbursed. So from the time you collected your vaccines from the office until the time you come back to return all the unused vaccines, all your fare for all your buses or trains, whatever you took for your travel, they will all be reimbursed to you. You will also get to see loads of different work environments. So for me, I've seen a company where it is like Google, where instead of, very firm setup where you have tables and chairs, they have like couches, they even have a slide, where you can slide from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor of the office. So you can see how different companies set up to make their work environment like more fun, and more relaxing. You can also get a sense of, of the atmosphere of the work environment depending on the field. That for example, in law firms, it can be a bit like stiff and very formal. In other companies, it can be so relaxed, like design companies that, you can just sit in the couch, have your laptop and do your work there. So you can also see the different types of work environment. Another plus to the job is that you can get access to buildings you would normally not have any access to. Like you can get to the 27th floor of a skyrise building and get lovely, lovely views just like this or this. And you can take photos and you can enjoy the views. If you were not on this job, you would have to pay to, say, for example, to go to the Shard to get those lovely views of London. But with this, you can also get those views for free. And those are the advantages of this job.
Thank you. Highlight. We like chicken pecans.
Yes, please. Sorry. Just...
Oh, it's okay.
Now let's go to disadvantages. When it comes to disadvantages, one of them is that you will be enclosed in a room for a number of hours, even up to 10 hours, and depending on the company, you might have a big conference room for big companies, but also you can be in like a covered room. I've had that one time, like you just have a space just enough for a small table and two chairs for you and for the patient. Otherwise, it's pretty claustrophobic, so that's one of the disadvantages. Another disadvantage would be is that if you're not good with directions and finding your way, then this can be a bit challenging for you because you have to go to a different place every day and you'd have to find your own way. So this is basically a lone working condition. Another would be if you're a very social person and you are used to having loads of people around you all the time, then this work might get a bit lonely for you. So that's one of the disadvantages. One crucial disadvantage is that shifts can be cancelled. So it depends on the company, depending on the condition of London or the economy. Take for example, once lockdown starts, then they might cancel some shifts because people are no longer going to their office or to their office building, but rather working from home. So they don't need to go to the building if there's no one there to vaccinate really. So the shifts can be cancelled. Also, if you're a type A personality and you're used to being active, this might get a bit boring for you. But if you already have that busy job anyway, 90% of the time, then this is a welcome relief for you while still earning some money. Another disadvantage is that you are basically working by yourself in a company where you are not really connected to. So you have no supervisor to escalate things to, but there is a number that you can call, but it's just more of physically, there is no one you can go to handle complaints and concerns. So you'd have to be very good with communication and explaining things. There can be some issues as well in terms of booking, like they booked yesterday but their name is not on your current list for today because the list was not updated just before you left the office, just things like that. Okay, so you'd have to be very good with communication, you have to be very patient, and you have to know how to work your way around. Another would be in terms of exposure, because it's pandemic time. You will get exposed to loads of people, but of course you have the requirement for them to wear masks before they come into the room where you give your vaccination. So it's just a matter of the risk of being exposed to someone who might be a carrier. That is one of the disadvantages. And for me, those are the disadvantages of this job. But if I weigh advantages versus disadvantages, for me personally, I think the advantages win. So there are two ways that you can do these kinds of shifts. The first one is, of course, if you join as a bank nurse in any NHS hospital, you'd be doing flu jabs across the hospital as well as the community where they are connected to. The second way is for you to join an agency and you'd have shifts in different private companies just like what I have right now. Okay, it's 5 o'clock and I've finished my last client. So what I'm gonna do now is pack up my things, clean up the area, and then I have to go back to the office to deposit my things and any unused vaccines, which they will discard. After that, I will be asking them to sign my timesheet, and then it's home time. Finally. Okay. And that is it. That is the day in the secret life of JQKRN. I hope you've learned something new today, and if you did, please don't forget to click the like button and try to check out my other videos about work and life here in the UK as an overseas Filipino nurse. Once again, thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time in my next video, and take care everyone. Bye bye. If you'd like to know more about these opportunities, or if you'd like to connect with me personally, you can follow me on Instagram at JakeUKRN, and you can DM me.